Well, here we are back in the kitchen, and a number of you have asked me to show you how I make wings. And I said, it's so simple, it doesn't even require a video, but then you said, well, show us. So I'm going to show you how I make wings, which has got to be the simplest thing, right up there with putting some hamburger patties in a frying pan. Anyway, I have my air fryer here, so I will take my air fryer basket, and I have some whole chicken wings from Sam's Club that have not been frozen, so they're fresh, and I just leave them whole, and I try to cram as many. I know you're supposed to leave space in between these things, but I just try to cram as many of these things in here as I can. And I usually do these in batches of, because these are big wings, 6 or 7 wings. So let's see, I got 7 here. Let's see if I can somehow manage to cram, like a jigsaw puzzle here, 7 wings into this. There you go. And I like to cook them, overcook them a little bit, so I don't worry about the fact that they're touching or anything. So I take my 7 wings right there, and I use a seasoning that I get from Sam's Club that is Kinder, and it's called the Blend. Normally I just use salt on everything, but every once in a while I do treat myself to this, and it's a combination of salt, pepper, and garlic, and they really have nailed this one, and I really like it on the chicken wings. So all I do is basically sprinkle I wouldn't say a heavy coating, but an adequate to generous coating on top of the chicken wings. I don't even season the bottoms. I just usually put these things in here, skin up, and season them with some of the blend. And let's go for a ride here. And I put it in the air fryer, turn it on, hit the chicken leg, 380 degrees. I usually cook it for 32 minutes to make sure that they're done, and I start them. And God, I'm tired from that. That's a labor-intensive recipe. So see, in about a half an hour, we'll see what they look like. There you go. Not bad. Not bad at all. We'll see how they came out. So let's get one of these things out of here. We're going to have to let it cool off before we tear into it. One thing about carnivore is you really learn to appreciate the actual taste of the food itself. I know most people, they simply can't eat wings without all the buffalo sauce and everything else that's on it. But I've gotten to the point where I really just like the taste of the plain wings with no sauce whatsoever, just cooked in their own fat. You don't need to put any kind of grease or oil on them. And they fry nicely in an air fryer in their own fat. And I really like the taste of this The Blend from Sam's Club that I get. And this is the only food that I use that on. So For the sake of cinematic excellence here, I will risk burning my fingers. Oh, they're hot. But what I do is I just grab it here, pull it apart like that. Ouch. And then I take and grab it here and take that piece off. And that's how I separate them. And then you eat them. So I guess I have to eat. I have to actually do this. It's hot. It's almost too hot to eat. I better let it cool off. I'll be back in a minute after it's cooled off. Okay, you want to have plenty of paper towels on hand for this, because these things, they do make a mess on your fingers. So let's see what this tastes like. It's perfect. I really like these things. I have them, probably once a week to 10 days. It's just a little something extra. My diet consists mainly of beef and eggs, bacon, but every 7 days or so, I'll alternate with some chicken or some fish. And about once a week, I make myself one of those sardine omelets. So I'm going to go eat all these wings. It's 4:15, which is pretty much the end of my eating window today. I had my first meal today around noon. So we'll get these things down. That'll be it for me. Take the rest of the day off, I will, and eat meat.